All right, welcome back to Central Valley Buzz, everybody. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard. Billy, let's bring in our next guest from Cedar Creek, Ren Carter. Hello, Ren. How are you? Nice to see you again. Cedar Creek out in Madera.
Yep.
Retirement home.
Yep.
Now, and I'm going to say that I've been to this retirement home. When the time comes, this is the kind of place that I want to go.
Who wouldn't?
Oh my gosh, it's like being on vacation all the time.
It really is.
Tell people about it.
Cedar Creek Retirement Community, it's actually a senior living community. It is located in the northwest part of Madera on 4 acres. We've been there just shy of 10 years.
Wow.
And so we're in a quiet neighborhood with mature landscape, beautiful gardens. Of course, we're very aware of the drought, and we're being careful with all of that, but we're still...
Well, thank you very much for that.
Yes. That was politically correct, right, to mention that. But the truth is, it's a beautiful community, and what makes us beautiful is not only the lovely landscaping, the beautiful building, but the staff and the residents. And so when you come to visit, I'm sure you felt it. You start talking to the residents, and they're having fun.
You walk inside, it's so grandiose when you walk in.
But it's warm and friendly.
But it's beautiful. It looks like you're walking into a 5-star hotel lobby. And then when you took us on the tour, you go into the dining area, and I'm like, well, wait. I was expecting a cafeteria type setup, right?
Some people
This looks like a regular restaurant.
And the restaurant's open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. because
they eat whenever.
They eat whenever because that's what we do in our own homes. You don't have to make a reservation to go downstairs to your kitchen. We want to make sure that the folks who are living with us here at Cedar Creek know that they can go down and have brunch if they want to have brunch. They can order breakfast for dinner. When it's warm like this, it's been kind of interesting weather. You know, maybe they want to have fruit in the middle of the day.
Right.
So we're there to accommodate their needs.
We dropped in on Ren one day. She says, right in the middle of the day, hey, would you like to get some salmon or something? I'm like, what?
Did you have the salmon?
No, we didn't eat while we were there that day.
Actually, our salmon salad is one of our signature items, and it's a beautiful fillet of salmon on a crisp, cold, lettucey salad with lots of veggies, choice of dressing. So it's healthy and delicious.
Oh, we'll be out today then.
I was going to say, what are you doing after the show? Let's all go.
Talk about some of the activities that you guys do out there, because you have fun out there.
We have fun. And
in fact, can people ever still see the milkshake video?
Yes, they can.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. But
it's
also
so fun.
I believe if you go to cedarcreekretirement.com, there's now we've added the videos to the website, so you can check out a variety of our activities through videos.
This isn't normal stuff that they do at these retirement homes. You guys are taking it a step further.
Yeah, well, you want to stay young and relevant no matter how old we are. And I have to say, though, Cedar Creek is independent, assisted, and memory care, so we can accommodate everybody's needs, but we all want to have fun no matter what that might mean.
Right.
So if someone is using a walker or is in a wheelchair, doesn't mean they can't be part of our walking group. Doesn't mean they can't go up to Yosemite, or we went over to Monterey. We're going to make sure that people are having adventures no matter where they are in their aging process.
Wait a minute. You take them to Monterey for a field trip, like a day?
Day trip.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do you have your own vans and all that stuff?
We have a lovely town car and a van with a wheelchair accessibility, so no one is limited.
How did you get into this business?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful, wonderful path. I think, I've always done marketing, and for 10 years I was marketing Fresno as a destination for conventions and special events. Then I went into public radio, and so being able to share with the listeners great information, getting the sponsorships for these educational and informational and musical programs that we have on Valley Public Radio. And then for a blink of an eye, I actually did pre-arrangement for funerals and grief counseling and meeting with families about end-of-life discussions. And I wanted to do something that was really heartfelt. That was very heartfelt, and I learned a lot about having conversations that are difficult but are so important. And if we don't plan for the future, if we don't plan for that end of life, we are not doing our families a service. And it's a beautiful gift to be able to do that. So when I was in that industry, I actually met with a lot of seniors, and I realized, let's back up a little bit.
Right.
Before we actually die, there's this whole chapter of living in the senior lifestyle that can still be fun and joyous, and every day we can connect with something that is really special and is special to us as individuals. Sometimes we think of these retirement homes like your warehousing our seniors.
Nursing homes.
Nursing homes.
Yeah.
And there's a need for that.
Sure.
Skilled nursing, if someone has an operation, they're not ready to live by themselves, they might need some injections or just really the skilled nursing medical
Just to get
help.
them strong again.
Yeah.
Right.
Then come on over to Cedar Creek and we'll take it from there and make sure that the path is long and happy, and if there's changes in the care, we can take care of that as well.
Do you see some of your residents coming in a little melancholy, and then after a while they perk up and they're in all these activities and
Have
making
you been
friends?
spying on us? Because that's exactly what happens.
Is it?
It is, because there's that feeling of, you're saying goodbye to a chapter when you have the big house, the big yard. You've been the hub of activity for your family. Yeah, and you own it, and all your own stuff too.
Right.
So saying
Or
goodbye.
even if it's an apartment, it's still your
It's still
place, right?
yours,
But now
yeah.
you're going into shared.
Shared. But at Cedar Creek Senior Living, it is private apartments with
For
your
everyone.
own little kitchen, bathroom, your own little world can be behind
Right.
closed doors. But since we're on 4 acres, a lot of our residents do enjoy the socialization with their peers.
There's so much activity when I was there. I couldn't
Well,
believe it.
yeah.
The people walking around outside, people walking around inside. I didn't see a bunch of people just sitting around. Now, you said the tours. You give them to anybody? I mean, do they have
Absolutely.
to have an
don't have to
elder
have a senior-
person in mind?
No, because I think education is really a key component when making this type of decision. You don't want to wait for people to get to the point where a loved one or themselves are at like, I broke a hip, I'm in the hospital, I can't go home. What should I be
Right.
doing? So if I can talk with folks ahead of time who might not have an immediate need but have a sphere of influence too in their lives, we all have been touched by someone in our circle that's had dementia, Alzheimer's, who has fallen and it's been a bad situation. If we can help people just be prepared to make decisions and have some tools at their fingertips, that is part of what we do. It's just being a business in this Central Valley. We want to be a resource for people. Plus, we like
We talked
visitors.
about how the residents feel after they've been there for a while.
Yes.
I'm curious, what do you hear from the family members?
I hear good things from the family members. I've had several instances where an adult child has been taking care of mom and dad in their home. It's changed the relationship. Some resentments have built up. Perhaps the adult daughter is feeling like, I can't do anything, I can't go anywhere, I'm always worried about mom, I can't handle it. Mom moves in, is happy as a lark. The daughter comes into it's like, I don't know what to do with myself now. I've spent the last 5 years sacrificing. I have all this time on my hands. I get to do all these things that I've been putting off.
And mom's happy.
And mom's happy.
Right.
And sometimes it's the adult child has more of an issue because they've put it off for so long, they've sacrificed, and now they realize, I could have done this a long time ago. We can afford it. It's not as expensive as I thought it was. Mom is happier. Yesterday we had a family member come in, and because we've been putting the drops in this resident's eyes on a regular basis, her glaucoma has improved, and so we're helping to keep her eyesight healthier for longer because there's that consistency that happens with assisted living. So it's a happy thing.
Did the families come and hang out?
They do.
Are they encouraged to hang out?
We have a Sunday champagne brunch, and so that's a fun day for families to come and visit because it's a Sunday. You have time off from work. On Saturdays, we've now introduced a special menu for families. We had like a pasta bar where we did the flambe sausage sauce, and we have a Mongolian barbecue,
Yes.
which is lovely.
Right.
We have a smoker that we use
I
on the
can't
weekends.
believe you don't have a Mongolian barbecue here in Fresno.
Someone should open that.
It's so fun.
Maybe in Madera.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's listening, that's a good idea. It's an option. This Saturday, of course, is the 4th of July, and we're going to have a wonderful barbecue as well. So I know that this program might be airing before and after, so if this happens to be before the 4th of July still, I encourage you to come on out to Cedar Creek for a tour this weekend. And if it's after
How
the
fun.
4th of July, I know there's something else coming up. In August, we're going to be doing a big luau
Oh, fun.
with the Polynesian dancers.
Fun. I know a ukulele guy.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's the ukulele king of the San Joaquin.
Let's talk after
Yes.
this program.
Yes.
And I'll put you in, or put him in touch with Jennifer, who's our
Okay.
activities director.
Sounds great.
And she's really a wonderful asset to Cedar Creek because once we move someone into Cedar Creek, she does an assessment with the resident and finds out what they really like to do in the past. Maybe we can reconnect them with some of those
Wow.
hobbies. We might have
That's
some.
good for the Alzheimer's dementia people, right?
Well, we have 2 levels of memory care. Our transitions is for the lighter dementia people, and then our generations, it's very person-to-person activities, a little quieter, more intimate.
Less distractions.
Less distractions. They have their own big backyard, though, their own gardening bench. And any time we have an activity at Cedar Creek, it's all levels. It's independent assisted memory care. We're all one community, even though we have special neighborhoods within the community.
What about the grandkids?
Grandkids?
Do the grandkids come
Oh
by?
my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
We have a
I
resident.
bet they love the grounds.
Well, we have a pool too,
Oh.
and we have a koi pond, so they get to see the little fish, and it's something really special when we have different events. Of course, the big Easter egg hunt, Halloween we open it up for the kids to come by, Christmas we have the singers, but the little kids love having 100 grandparents right there. Because some kids don't have their natural grandparents
And it's good
around.
for the residents to have the
Residents
little
love
kids
it.
around,
They
huh?
light up. And we have one resident who just moved in, and her granddaughter, before Grandma even moved in, she was telling me how she loves to swim, and she has a mermaid tail. And I said, okay, so if your grandma moves in, you have got to come swimming, and you have to bring your mermaid tail, because that will be such a kick
Right.
for the residents. And
I see
I've
another
actually never
video
seen them.
coming.
Oh, yeah. You know me, right? Yeah.
All right. Rincard or Cedar Creek in Madera, probably the nicest retirement community I've ever seen.
Well, come on
she
out.
welcomes you to come out there and take a tour and grab lunch. Right?
Absolutely.
Ren, it's always so good to see you.
So good to see you
How
as
do they get a
well.
hold of you?
You can call me at 559-673-2345 or visit us online at cedarcreekretirement.com.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break.